Sup? This is Greggatron. How's everybody doing? Do you like my shirt? Yeah, good shirt. I think I got this shirt from the mall. Alright. Today's video, I'm gonna be showing off these. Yeah. So as you can see, Todd Mcfarlane came through for us once again. So just to save some camera space, let's start with Deadpool since he's the first one I grabbed. So I went on the internet, bestbuy.com, and I'm like, oh, look, they got two of these now. Because in the past I was looking for it and there were none. Well, they had two in. And Best Buy was actually open on the 4th of July. I said, you know what? Let me get it now before they run out. Because once there's only one left, it's almost like there might as well be none left because all it takes is one person. And I really wanted this from the first time I saw it online because it looks fantastic. Everything from the gun to his facial expression. You know how his mask kind of moves. How you can see his facial expression through the good mask. From that to the straps on his shoulder to the swords on his back. All the many pockets. Of course, the black and the red. But what I will say, what stands out the most about this is the blaster, man. That blaster is crucial. Straight brutal. Also notice the base. This base is actually pretty badass. These were $50, now they're $60. But if you look at this base, man, you got Captain America's shield down there. You got Iron Man's helmet on the ground. You got a bunch of bullet shells. So clearly this dude just put in some work on the Avengers. And if you're wondering, this adaptation came straight from a comic book. And it includes the comic book in there, Deadpool issue number 1. Pretty cool stuff. For ages 14 and up. I'll show you the back. That's a better look. I never read this story. So I don't know if he defeated the Avengers or if he just showed up after they were defeated. I'm assuming he defeated them himself, because he's known to be an outside character. I really like these boxes. I really like how they show the whole figure. Some people take them out the box. Some people keep them in the box. For now, I'm going to keep mine in, and I'm going to show you where I keep it with the others. And you can still see some muscular detail going on in the shoulder, the neck, the chest. Good stuff, man. But look at the blaster. All right. So I knew I needed to have this. I would say it's a 10 out of 10. Just because it's just incredible. Pretty fantastic stuff. All right. Now let's get to the next one, shall we? So we got Frank Castle. If you don't know who Frank Castle is, where have you been? That's the good Punisher. I mean, I like the purple background. Let me say that first and foremost. Normally because the Punisher operates at nighttime, so it makes sense. But look at the tightness in this man's suit. From the creases and the leg work, the trousers, whatever you want to call it. Trying to get that glare out of here for you guys. Again, what stands out the most for him would be the blasters. But before I get to that, look at the skull sign on this man's torso. That's pretty badass. And it's popping. It pops immediately. He's got the white headband on this one. He comes with a grenade launcher down here. And if you look closely, his finger is not on the trigger, which I kind of like that. Both guns, this glare, dang. Both guns, he does not have his finger directly on the trigger, which is kind of cool. That means he has no intention of using these unless need be. This gun here is more of a, looks like a rifle. But yeah, this is some cool. So I didn't even know this was going to be at Walmart. I found the Deadpool at Best Buy. There was two of them, like I said. I was just out running errands yesterday, and I always go to it's not the toy section, it's the DVD section. But they have different things around the DVDs, Dragon Ball Z toys. Basically, figures for more mature audiences opposed to kids. As you can see, 14 and older. So this isn't for kids per se. I didn't even see this at all. I totally overlooked it. And I just saw it on accident. And there's only one left. I was like, what the heck? Where did this come from? I didn't even know that they came out with this, to be honest. The book came from the Punisher War Journal. Another book I have not read. Introducing Damage. And it tells you the book is number 8. Book number 8. You got the good cover. That's one thing about comics. Not only do you have to make sure the title is right, but you have to keep your books in chronological order, or else you'll skip stuff. Yeah, but which one do I like better? They're actually both really good, but probably the Deadpool, because the Deadpool was like a must-have. But still, this one is, I mean, this is one of the best Punisher statues that I've seen. Look at this man's face expression. And he's got the straps on his shoulders too. In all honesty, these figures are actually pretty similar. Speaking of similarities, let me compare them with all the others. Alright, so I threw them up here with the others, and they fit in oh so well. Magnificent. They just look like they belong there. Got Deadpool down here, and the Punisher right beside him. Now you can get a better look without my face being in it. But look at Deadpool's boots. Those are cool. And as far as the base, look at the Punisher's base, how he's standing on the rooftop. That's great. And they all include the comic book, it says right there. Yeah. This all started with the Good Captain. The Good Captain, then Wolverine, and from there, the rest was history. Like I said, I didn't know they were coming out with this Punisher figure, but I'm glad they did. And this also means I have no clue what's coming next, because, like I said, this guy just drops stuff whenever he wants to. He drops stuff when he feels like it. So, I guess I'll just keep my eyes open. Maybe fill that wall up. Well, there's a vent right there, but we'll see, man. Like I said in a previous video, see where those swords are. I'm going to get a similar table just like that. And then just line it up there. Take them out the box. Line them up so they'll be parallel with those swords. But yeah, I always ask myself at the end of the video which one's my favorite. It's like the more of these I get, the harder it is to have a favorite. Because each one is unique in its own right. Each one stands out in its own way. And each one just separates itself. Oh, so let me say this. There's another Spider-Man figure out. It was the red suit, I believe. And it's him dodging Dr. Octopus's tentacles. So keep an eye out for that. Like I said, I had no clue about that one either. Todd Mcfarlane, at this point, he just does what he wants. And he keeps us on our toes. We expect the unexpected at this point. Now, the Deadpool and the Punisher, I would honestly, let me say the Punisher's a 10 out of 10. And Deadpool's going to be an 11 out of 10. Just look at these magnificent weapons. Look at the belts, the pouches, the pockets, the weaponry, the arsenal. Wouldn't you want these guys to be on your side? Wouldn't all that firepower deter you from doing evil deeds? Especially from the Punisher, because the Punisher doesn't give a dang. If you're out here committing crime, if you're out here doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing, lawlessness, anarchy, he's coming for you, buddy. You know, he's not a Boy Scout like the good captain here. The Punisher will end you in many cases. I'm glad Marvel made people like them. Because it's not just about the good guy and the bad guy. The Punisher believes he's doing what's right for his city. And he will go to any length to do it. Whereas Deadpool is just a nut. Deadpool's a nut job. Ever since Marvel Ultimate Alliance, this dude's been one of my favorites. And I like the strap on the gun. You know. But yeah, I really like the base on Deadpool. I like the backdrop on the Punisher. I like the weapons. I like the style. I like the pose. The face expressions on both. I like the skull on the chest. The grenade launcher. I like the white and the white boots and the white gloves. How they're so standing out, distinguishing from the black. Same thing goes with the skull, to be honest. You know what? The more I see this Punisher, I almost like him more than the Deadpool. Look at how the white separates from the black. Whereas in Deadpool, it's kind of both dark colors, but I can talk about it all day, as you can see, but y'all ain't got time for all that. I want you guys to enjoy your 4th of July weekend. Do your thing. I'll talk to y'all later. Alright. Peace.